So starting out here, we're looking at our role center in NAV. And the first thing that I want to point out to you, if you are new to NAV, or even if you've been using NAV for some time and aren't taking advantage of this feature, but right in the upper right-hand corner here, we have a search bar that allows us to really find any area of the application simply by searching. So we don't need to memorize how to navigate through the solution to find things. So thinking about lists, I'm going to type in items here. And in the search bar, I can tell that this is the list by the icon. So I'm going to click here on items. And this is my item list view. So when I look at this, what's really great about lists is that there's a lot of kind of key information that's available to you without having to drill down on a card. When I look at this default item list, I see that there's a lot of information here that's probably important to somebody who's in manufacturing or who works in a warehouse. But when I think of it from another perspective as maybe like a salesperson, there's a lot of information that I'm looking at right now that's maybe not applicable to my day-to-day when I'm working with customers. So the first thing that I'd like to show is how to kind of customize this view a little bit to pare down and really be looking at the information that's pertinent to your role. So I can start by right-clicking anywhere in the header here and select this Choose Columns. And this Customize Lists window pops up. You can see here on the left, these are all of the fields that are available to add to this view. And on the right, these are all of the fields that I'm currently seeing. So I can select, for example, type and click on remove to take that away from my view. I've done that here with quite a few columns, just to kind of show like a salesperson view. Here's maybe the items that are important to me. I want to know the description. Is it on hand? What's my cost and price? I can do the same thing with adding fields. So let's add profit percent. And now you can see that that field is available for me here. Another thing I'd like to show you is the filter bar here. So you might have used this already. I do tend to see that people who've either upgraded or sometimes new to the solution like to use this find, which is good. But what's nice about the filter bar, I'm going to click here and filter by description. I can type in something, and instead of kind of scrolling through a list like Excel would do with the find feature, I'm just seeing what is pertinent to what I've searched for. Another nice thing about searching this way is there's a wildcard feature. So although probably a silly example, if we forget to spell chair, we don't know if it's an I or a Y, we can put this question mark here and we get the same results. When I'm done with my view, I can just simply clear the filter by selecting this X. And now I'm back to my original list view. If I want to filter for something that I'm looking at, so for example, maybe as a salesperson, I just want to know, oh, I noticed that this item is out of stock. What other items do I currently have that are out of stock? I could right click here and select filter to this value. And you can see that NAV has just updated this filter bar up here to quantity on hand and put a 0 there for me. If I select this drop-down, I can add multi-layer filters. So maybe in addition to what do I have that's out of stock, maybe I want to know what are my high profit items that are out of stock. So when I click that X, you can see that the filter bar drops down, and I can add really an unlimited unlimited layer of filters here. What's nice about this is you probably noticed before when I select this drop-down, I could only filter by these items that were visible. When I go into this advanced filtering, I'm able to select on all, and then I can see additional fields that are on the card. So in this example here, I've filtered for items with the 0 on-hand quantity, profit percent is greater than 50, and if I want to save this view, I can go to this drop-down up here, save the view as. I'm going to call this high profit out of stock, click OK. And now that's available for me as real-time information right on my role center when I log in. If I would like to share this information with somebody else, maybe I'm noticing a trend or one of my customers really wants an item and I want to follow up with my manager or purchasing department, I can select on this blue drop down here. And then there's different ways that I can extract and distribute this.